Welcome to T's Multiverse. I'm your host, Tyrus. It's time for our best of videos. And what better character to jumpstart our best of segments than the character that started it all for me as a kid back in the day in the form of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So this segment will serve as part one of our Masters of the Universe countdown, which will include our top 10 2021 Masters of the Universe origin figures. Part 2 will include our top 5 Masters of the Universe Revelations figures of 2021. So with all that being said, I have grabbed my power sword, I'm holding it aloft, and I'm calling for the powers of the elders because it's time to power through and finish strong. So I have the power! All right, let's get to it. Let's go. All right, at number 10, we have the mystery man known as Zodak. Zodak was always a mystery growing up. He was in only a few episodes back in the day as a kid I saw. And also, he was originally built as a villain. However, he turned out to be a hero. But I always loved the look of the guy. Love that red blaster that he has. And I have Zodak at number 10. At number 9, I have the Lords of Power Mer-Man. Gotta love that bright yellow color. That little nice tint of green that this character has. That classic Mer-Man look that he sports from back in the comic book He-Man days. Love this Mer-Man character. Like that, I always like that sword that he has as well. Love the designs. Just a little classic look to this figure overall. So I have Mer-Man at number 9. At number 8, I have Buzz-Saw. I love Buzz-Saw. Again, I love bright, vibrant colors within this line. I love the translucent wings that this Buzz-Saw character has. He looks a little weird and goofyish with the little helmet that he has on his head, but it just speaks to all the retro nostalgia of this character. But it is what it is, and I have Mr. Buzz-Saw at number 8. At number 7, I got the man with the hand, and that is Fisto. I just love this character. He was actually featured in my holiday special episode. Fisto has always been one of my all-time favorite characters. Really wish that Fisto would have came with some sort of an action feature involving his hand, much like the original figure. Still, I just love the design and the look of this figure. It transports me right back to the 80s as a kid. Love the little slick back hair that he has, the little beard, man. It's just everything really works with this figure that we have with Fisto. So Fisto at number 7. Number 6, I have ahead of him another specialist with his hands, and that is Jitsu. Jitsu looks fantastic with his metallic chopping hand. He was another character that I featured in my Christmas episode. I'll definitely leave a link in the description below. He was featured in maybe one episode of the Masters of the Universe series, and I was just like, as a kid, I was like, who is this guy? I want to get that guy. He looks so cool. He's like this ninja type of a character. He has this cool metallic looking hand. The designs of his costume looks great. So I have Jitsu at number 6. Up next, we have ramman. Ramman, oh man, Ramman is so cool. And what they did with him in this Masters of the Universe origin line, I really like. They articulated his legs, which is a neat feature. Back in the day, it was just this plastic mesh of legs that you could spring maybe up and down if you press the figure down, but you have the best of both worlds with this figure. You have that spring action attack to make it as if he's ramming into something, and also you can articulate his legs as well as his arms and head. So an articulated Ramman who keeps with the nostalgic look of the original is absolutely fantastic for me. So Ramman, I would have definitely had him higher, but there were just so many other figures that I have on this list that has me excited. But Ramman is definitely one of my all-time favorite He-Man figures. Up next is Clamp Champ. You got to go with Clamp Champ. Clamp Champ looks so cool. He reminds me of a football player. I'm not sure, was he created behind a football player from back in the day? I'm not sure, but man, I just love this guy, and the clamp action feature that he has with the weapons that he has is so cool, man. And again, he just looks so awesome overall. So I got Clamp Champ. Up next is webstore. As a kid back in the day, when I saw the commercial for that guy, and I was like, oh my goodness, this guy can scale up the walls. You can hoist him with the little hook line action from his backpack. He had this weird look to him. He was just this spider-like hybrid humanoid type of character. I love the color of this figure, and the fact that he had this little backpack gadget set up that can allow him to grapple from one area to the next always intrigued me as a kid. I also liked his weapon and the color, that bright orange blaster. The Master of the Universe figures really did a great job with the colors and the textures that they use for their figures. Really appealed to me back then as a kid, and definitely appeals to me even more so as an adult. So I have Webstore at number 3. At number 2, I have Roboto. You have to love Roboto. The fact that you can see through his chest and view all of his electrical components always was the coolest thing. Adding that waist swivel feature, which allows for all his gears and electrical components to move in unison with his jaw, is such a phenomenal feature. The fact that you can switch out his hands and attach various weapons is yet another feature that takes you right back to the 80s. He already looks awesome as it is, but to add that along with, and just how he looks overall, just has him high on my list. I just feel like this is a must-have for any Masters of the Universe Origin collector. And I'm really hoping that we get this figure within the Masterverse line. So I got Roboto at number 2. And at number 1, folks, we have made it to number 1. The number 1 figure of 2021 in the Masters of the Universe Origin line is none other than the man of 1,000 faces. And that is Man-E-Faces. Yes, Man-E-Faces is a number 1 lock for me. I remember watching him on He-Man and the Master Universe, and him switching faces and going up against He-Man. The fact that he can go from robot mode to beast mode. It was just so cool to see him and He-Man finally team up and be friends. You know, after the whole thing was Skeletor and Beastman controlling him and utilizing him as this weapon for evil. But man, this guy was so cool. The fact that he had this little orange blaster and just to be able to switch out his faces. I mean, it just takes you back again. It's just, they capture everything with this figure. I guess that blue, armored area look that he has to him. And it's just like the fact that you're able to switch from beast mode to human mode to robot mode is just a nice feature to have. So I have Man-E-Faces at number 1. Oh, but wait. There's more. We're not done yet, because I have 2, yes, I say 2 bonus picks to add to my best of Masters of the Universe Origin list. Up first is the winged leader from Avion, the man who has the wind beneath his feet, Stratos. As he has always been one of my all-time favorites, whether in figure form or in the animated series. And as a kid back in the day, when I received the Masters of the Universe collection, he was one of the figures that I was just completely drawn to. Always loved his design. Really simple, but yet effective. It gave me enough to really enjoy this figure. I love that blue, the grays, and the reds that's used to create this figure. Really simple, clean design, but I always enjoyed this character. And I just love watching this guy in the animated series, and he's always been one of my favorites for sure. I have a Super 7 Stratos that's one of my all-time favorite figures, and I love this one equally. And I'm really happy and excited that I remembered to add this guy to my list, because Stratos is hands down one of my all-time favorite Masters of the Universe characters, period. So now you may be wondering, what's the second figure that I've added to my best of list? Well, wonder no more, because it is the one who will become Skeletor in the form of Keldar. Yes, Keldar will serve as my final addition to this best of list. He was a part of a 2-pack, which also included Cronus, who will become Trapjaw. This figure is absolutely magnificent. The Masters of the Universe Origins Keldar is one of the most impressive figures that has been released within this line. This guy looks absolutely fantastic. I love the long hair, the beard, the goatee, the colors that's used with this figure. It just really works with this guy. I mean, to actually add a Keldar to the Masters of the Universe Origin line, I feel is a must for any collector. But to get this character was really a bonus, a treat for me as a fan. that translucent neon green effect that's added to both his staff as well as his sword. It's a nice touch to this figure. Much like Stratos, I had to add Keldar to this list, as for me, he stands as one of the best Masters of the Universe origin figures as well as characters within the lore. And I'm really happy to have added Keldar to my best of Masters of the Universe origin picks as well. So with these new additions, let's take a look at our list as it stands right now. At number 1, we have Man-E-Faces. At number 2, we have Roboto. Number 3, we have webstore. Number 4, we have Clamp Champ. At number 5, we have Ramman. At number 6, we have Jitsu. Number 7, we have Fisto. Number 8, we have Stratos. Number 9, we have Keldar. And at number 10, we have Zodak, who has moved up. At number 11, we have Buzz-Off. And at number 12, we have the Lords of Power, Mer-Man. There you have it, folks. This is my official 2021 Best of Masters of the Universe Origins list. Top 12, not 10, but 12. It is what it is, but these are my picks. Though this whole entire wave is absolutely amazing, special consideration goes out to the Sorceress, Hordak, Fakor, as well as Evil-Lyn. Actually, as I'm looking back at this now, each and every one of these figures could have made the list, but I wanted to at least give them a shout out, so there you have it. All right, folks, that is a wrap for our part 1 of our Masters of the Universe countdown. Definitely let me know in the comments, what are your top figures from the Masters of the Universe origin line? I'm interested to see what your picks are, so definitely leave those as well as your comments below. Also, keep in mind that this is a build-up to our first annual Multiverse award ceremony. We will be awarding various categories from all sorts of figure lines, as well as film and television. It's going to be a lot of fun, so definitely stay tuned for the first annual Multiverse award ceremony. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd like to ask that you subscribe. Hit that subscription button. Also, hit that like button. It will really help get the channel out there for more people to see. Smash that bell notification so that you're notified when my videos drop. And if you did all that, I appreciate it, folks. And until next time, be good to one another, be safe, stay tuned, and remember, until next time, bye for now.